This week on Blockbusted, we're just off the handle. We talk about J.K. Rowling and the controversy around her and PewDiePie. I mean, who would think we would talk about that? And then we get into, like, Avengers Infinity War and the Lego Batman movie. Anyway, just listen to it. You'll get the picture.
Oh, so you know what happened at school today?
What?
One of the dudes in my literature class dissed J.K. Rowling.
Oh, freaking... Okay. Yeah! All right, here we go. I'm all in now. This is the beginning of the episode. I've decided.
Oh, it was terrible.
People have been doing that in my school, too. Frick them, okay?
He's like, what'd he say? Okay, he's like, he mentioned how she's standing up against the whole, like, the immigration ban and that kind of stuff, you know?
Right.
All the stuff, she's standing up against that, right?
Right.
And he said something like, you got like 200 million rooms in your house and you don't have one immigrant refugee in your house. Stop talking. I'm just like, you know what, kiddo?
And then
I'm not even going to get started with you.
The general consensus among many people at this point seems to be, loved the books as a kid, but she's a horrible person or some crap, right?
Pretty much.
Let me just preface this here, okay? By saying, I'm glad you brought this up because I would have forgotten. But I was thinking about this all day yesterday. Let me preface this by saying that people do have a reason to dislike her right now. To some degree, sort of. She has done some things that I don't necessarily agree with, which I'll bring up in a second. But the idea that she's a horrible person or something. Like, literally a person in my school 2 days ago said, I loved the books as a kid, but she's a horrible person or whatever. And I was like,
no.
Holy frick, okay? Like, no matter, like, even if she tweeted a couple things, even if she tweeted like 10 things that you didn't like, that does not make her a horrible person. Because
definitely.
J.K. Rowling, okay, I'll give you some stats here. J.K. Rowling, I've researched
I'll
this.
tell you about J.K. Rowling, boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you about J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling was the first person to drop off the Forbes list of billionaires globally because they gave so much to charity. So she literally used to be a billionaire, and she gave that up by giving so much to charity. She's also like started all kinds of charities, mainly dedicated to children with diseases, and she's also done a lot of stuff for orphan children. She like does all kinds of like special things where like one time she like wrote a kid a letter from Dumbledore after their parents had died or something.
Nice. That's amazing.
So she does all kinds of things that are really charitable, and she's given more money than most celebrities ever will. And yet people go, she's a horrible person because I disagree with something she said, right?
Definitely.
And you know, I disagree with a couple things she said too. But that doesn't sully my general reputation of her as a person. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I have looked up to J.K. Rowling since I was 8 years old, and I first read Harry Potter, and she's been my inspiration as a writer and as an artist and stuff. And yeah, to some degree, that makes me a little bit biased, but to another degree, like, she is one of the most intelligent and articulate people out there, and she wrote one of the in fact, probably the most incredible book series of the 21st century. That's, although it was released in the early 90s, but, you know.
Same difference.
So,
yeah, I agree.
There are 3 reasons, it seems, that people are hating on her right now. This is the beginning of the episode, I guess.
Here we go.
There are 3 reasons that it seems people are hating on J.K. Rowling right now. One is that is this whole PewDiePie thing. Have you heard about this whole PewDiePie controversy?
No.
No? So
dude, I stay away from PewDiePie as much as I can.
Dude, I know. I find it hard to treat him fairly here because he annoys the hang out of me. But
we're gonna make a lot of people mad with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the general consensus is that people love PewDiePie. I think most people go, why is he the top YouTuber or whatever? You know.
Good point.
But
sure.
Whatever. I respect him. Whatever. The thing that happened last week was the Wall Street Journal published an article about how he's anti-Semitic and is like a Nazi, pretty much. They basically took a lot of things in his videos that he said, where he's kind of made some jokes about Nazis and stuff, and he's done some things that like if you take it out of context, it could seem bad.
Yeah.
But and there are even things where he goes like, if I said this, and then he says the thing, I'd be a horrible person, and they'd like take that horrible thing out of context or whatever. So it's this total like, you know, really ridiculous, pretty much fake news, and I regret to use that term, but pretty much fake news article
It's all
that
fake,
like
guys.
frames
it's
him.
all fake news.
Right, it's all fake news. Anything anti-me is fake news. But like, so, you know, it takes him out of context and it calls him a Nazi and stuff when he really hasn't done those things. Now, just like a side note, the fact that he really like jokes about Nazis and stuff, I feel like isn't a good idea in the first place. And so he has made it easy for the media to like do this, you know? Like if I were him, I just wouldn't talk about that stuff to begin with, or
teeing it up right now.
Right, or do anything that could be misinterpreted, right? Like even if my intentions are good and I'm just trying to make a well-intentioned joke, I'm not going to make that joke if I think people might misunderstand it and think that I'm a Nazi, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want there to be any shred of doubt in someone's mind that I'm not a Nazi, you know? But so basically, the reason people are mad at J.K. Rowling, some people, is that she kind of has agreed with that article and retweeted it and said, like, you know, this is what fascism looks like or something, right?
Yeah.
And personally, I think maybe
that's a great reason to hate on her. Let me just
right.
say that,
She thinks she believes an article. Like, personally, I think she probably just didn't do the research enough.
Sure.
You know, but like either way,
who knows? Maybe she did though. You know,
maybe she did.
Like,
you know,
like I mean, you can't just hate someone for having an opinion, you
right?
Know? Like,
so
yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's the first reason.
Okay.
The second reason is this whole Piers Morgan thing, right? Which I've told you about, which I love.
That's great.
So people are saying like J.K. Rowling. This whole podcast is the J.K. Rowling podcast. People. The general consensus now also is people are going, you know, J.K. Rowling is arrogant and she's a celebrity and she's, you know, she thinks she's more intelligent than everyone else and stuff, right? And I do understand how that could...
people, I don't see you coming up with anything as good as Harry Potter. Let me just say that.
I do understand how she could be viewed as arrogant in the way that she tweets, right? Like she is into roasting people, you know?
Yeah, but she's very... I think she just holds strong to her opinions, you know?
Right.
Like, she ain't gonna let some dude toss her around like that, you know?
I guess it just...
I think from what I get from that is just it's her personality, right?
Right. See,
has a very strong personality.
I think having like read Harry Potter and stuff, I do view J.K. Rowling differently, and maybe, you know, obviously I can't know 100%, but I do think I know better than an average bystander what her kind of heart in this matter would be. Sure. You know. Yeah. Than someone who's just going to make a judgment call based on some quotes they've read of her. You know, because I've grown up watching interviews with her, you know. And I think she is just a person who is very spirited, right? Like Harry. You know,
Definitely.
like Harry.
Yeah,
I think of this as like, you know, when Harry's, you know, coming back at talking back at Umbridge, right? When she's saying that the Dark Lord isn't back, you know. I just think J.K. Rowling is a person who is very spirited in her beliefs and stuff and passionate and not, you know, above, I guess, roasting people.
Yeah.
You know,
totally.
but like, and maybe that's immature to some people. Maybe it is. I don't know. But like, it just, I think it's part of who she is. And I don't really think she's like got some sort of malicious intent behind that. It's just her way of debating with people to some degree. And it's not her only way. You watch like speeches that she's done and stuff and different interviews, you know, she is so eloquent and so articulate and, you know, phrases everything perfect. She's so intelligent. But this is also Twitter, you know?
Yep.
And I
think
the
world of Twitter can get crazy at times.
Right. Everyone is a bit of a caricature on Twitter. But so back to the Piers Morgan thing. She's been having this whole feud with Piers Morgan over Trump and stuff.
That's great.
the best bit was
both of them don't live in America, right?
Right.
Which is hilarious in of itself.
Yeah.
They're both Brits, right?
But so basically on Valentine's Day, she tweeted out this article from about 10 years ago, out of context, and it was a section from a list that Piers Morgan wrote in about 10 years ago of like 100 most influential people in Britain or something. And basically the article goes, J.K. Rowling's great. She's given to charity and she makes much money and she's like super influential and important. And so she tweeted that without the byline and said, does anyone know who wrote these kind words? I'd like to thank them. So he retweeted that and made fun of his own words, not knowing that he wrote that, which is amazing.
Oh, that's so good.
Of course, later he retconned it and said, I knew it was me. Of course I knew it was me. Right. But he didn't.
Yeah, right. You did not know.
And also, his son then tweeted him a picture of the fact that his son has a Deathly Hallows tattoo on his arm and said, sorry, Dad.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
So, yeah. So, we need to wrap up this dumb conversation. But,
J.K. Rowling.
Yes, I think that people have a right to disagree with J.K. Rowling. I disagree with J.K. Rowling on some things. And, I mean, she's a liberal, and conservatives are conservatives. They're going to disagree with her on some stuff. But that doesn't mean she's a horrible person. She's not a horrible person. It doesn't mean that, she's worth hating or whatever. Yeah. And also, even if she does make a couple mistakes on Twitter, does that mean she's a horrible person either?
That's when they does.
I've made a lot more mistakes than she has on Twitter, and no one's calling me a horrible person, so I'm thankful for that.
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone, Twitter is such a I'm trying to think of the word. It is such a vulnerable and dangerous thing because, as we see from our current president, who has access to Twitter all the time, you can just go on there and vent, which is what I do.
Yeah.
And oftentimes that leads to things that aren't fully thought out, things that are kind of disposable and you think won't come back to bite you, but then they do.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
And so I just, I think you need to take that into account when you're judging people and also think about the fact that everyone has some slip-ups sometimes.
Yeah.
And no one's perfect, but that doesn't mean they're a horrible person. Like, okay, we need to finish this, but I'm just going to make one more point in my argument. Like,
here's the thing.
People are saying J.K. Rowling's a wealthy billionaire and she doesn't care about people and whatever, and she's arrogant and whatever. Like, really? Conservatives are saying that? Really? The guy that you support? Like, why do you care that she's that way, who also happens to have given millions of dollars to charity, when your current leader, who you pretend to love or whatever, who never gives money to charity, is not even close to that? Or I'm getting incoherent here.
Yeah, you are.
Should we edit this out?
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah.
I don't know. Who's to say?
So Hitchcock Logan's got a lot of good reviews.
It does, without a doubt. Got those 36 fresh and 1 rotten.
Yeah. Why don't so Logan's out in 2 weeks, I think. About 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. So
oh wow.
The reviews are in right now. It's got a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Reading them.
And that's just because one guy chose to give it a rotten review. That one odd one's out.
That one dude. There's always that one dude that's just like, this movie is garbage.
I remember when the Lego Movie had 100%, and that one guy just decided to be the contrarian there.
That one guy with that one guy with 5 different accounts giving it 5 rotten reviews. Oh.
So back to Logan.
Yeah.
It's got like some phenomenal reviews. People are
it does.
Seriously giving it like, best, this could be one of the best comic movies of all time praise.
Yeah.
Which like I feel like that happens with almost every comic book movie.
Yeah.
They go, is this one of the best comic movies ever made?
This feels different though.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's a different.
It feels like a movie.
It's a different superhero movie. It's more of the feels more of that level with The Dark Knight. You know, it's up there and just not just dudes with powers punch each other.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's smart. You know, it's shot well. I feel like that's what it's gonna be more like. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and it seems like a Western to some degree too, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, overall the reviews are very positive. They're saying it's pretty incredible. They're also saying it's brutal, which is crazy, and also that it's like one of the most accurate comic depictions of Wolverine we've seen, just in terms of the violence, in terms of the character, in terms of the look and stuff. So could be pretty interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him don the classic yellow and blue spandex, which would totally fit this movie.
Yeah. They should have done it in Future Past.
Okay, guess what?
Oh, here we go.
I'm scrolling through some news and stuff. I just got a text from you that says "frick you."
I texted that 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back when you were trying to find that freaking website.
Yeah, which we edited that out.
I got places to be.
Okay, but oh wow, this is good. Okay, so I'm looking through some of the news that we're also going to go through. One is this is a news article called "The New In-Canon Fate of Jar Jar Binks Has Been Revealed."
Oh no!
And it's seriously depressing. Oh yes,
no.
I'm so hyped for this. This is gonna be good. Okay, so
he can't
apparently
die.
It's from the new book called Star Wars Aftermath: Empire's End. And this is the excerpt. A refugee boy Mappo encounters a Gungan performing for kids on the streets, clowning around in a fountain twice a day, while being studiously avoided by the grown-ups. Misa Jar Jar, says the clown when Mappo introduces himself. The clown distracts the orphan from his own sadness by popping his eyes and bulging his cheeks, but is hiding a sadness of his own. Jar Jar making some mistakens, the Gungan says, explaining why he isn't wanted anywhere else either. Disa hissin Nabu tink I help the Empire. Disa hissin Nabu tink I help the Empire. He stares into the distance, suggesting he knows more than he's saying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's fake.
No, this is real.
That ain't real, boy.
This is real.
Shut up.
This
That's
is real.
fake.
This is from the new book. Oh my gosh, that is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, he can't die. Not Jar Jar.
I can't believe that they gave him an end. This is great. This is
so
great.
He wasn't on Coruscant when they blew it up?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it wasn't Coruscant that they blew up in Force Awakens, you know.
Yeah, well, it was. So.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I was thinking the other day? Like, why didn't they just make Coruscant Alderaan, right? Like, wouldn't that have been so much cooler to have all the city stuff in the prequels take place on Alderaan instead of Coruscant, right?
Smart.
And then we would have seen Alderaan, because we've never seen Alderaan to this point.
Yeah.
Except like the very end of Revenge of the Sith, I guess, when they take Leia or whatever.
Yeah, which just looks like Naboo, right?
Right. So, and also
cool.
like then it would have made sense for Leia to be the princess. No, what
they should have had. They
Alderaan.
should have had. You know when Amidala, she's is she Queen of Naboo, right? Is that what it is? Oh my gosh! What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm just watching the Jar Jar is the key to all this video because it's classic.
Oh my gosh! They should have made Naboo, like replace Naboo with Alderaan.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Boy.
Well, no, I said Coruscant, didn't I? These planets are so
but I'm
interchangeable.
thinking you could have replaced it because then Anakin and Padme go on that little jaunt on Naboo, right?
Right. But
they could have made it. Because then we would have seen Alderaan. You know,
right?
It would have made sense for Princess Leia.
Well, and it would have made sense if like Leia is a princess, right? She's a princess on Alderaan. Yeah. It would have made sense for Amidala to be the queen of Alderaan, and then her daughter is the same kind of stature.
Which maybe then people would complain like, oh, that's too like all the bad guys are gonna know that, you know. But then it's still like,
that's
I
true.
feel like it would have worked.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true.
You know, because it wasn't at the point to hide him from Darth Vader. So
right.
If Anakin knew that that's where Padme grew up, he'd go looking there, right? I don't know.
But off this little tangent, we've got some
Yeah,
more
how
Star
do we
Wars
get
news,
there?
actually.
Okay.
Star Wars The Last Jedi has been
Oh, yeah.
confirmed
That's
to
a
be
film.
plural because,
Oh.
which means the singular is Jedus, as I said a few weeks ago.
No, it's Jedi.
But so apparently the title has been announced in other countries, which in like France and
I see what they did there.
right, and so in other countries,
The plural
if
endings.
Jedi is plural, the words before it would have to indicate that. So basically, the other countries are spelling it so that it's plural, which means
Okay.
So
Cool stuff.
yeah,
I like it.
what do you think? Like,
I'm still so excited to see it. I think it definitely will be. Well, yeah, I think it will definitely be Luke and Rey.
Right.
I mean, I guess the speculation is if Kylo comes back, but I don't think that will happen. So.
well, my thought
Yeah, I
here
like
is
it. I like it.
what does it
Making
take to not be the Last Jedi, right?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. Good
like,
point. Good
if there
point.
if the Last Jedi isn't just one person, if it's two people, then why then?
Maybe Luke is multiple people.
But like,
because
why isn't the whole Jedi Council in the prequels the Last Jedi, right? Because they're the only Jedi in the world, which means they're the Last Jedi, right?
Yeah, they're just
So-
it's a bigger group, hanging around.
So like, what's
Yeah,
the
that's a good
number
point.
threshold where you become the just the Jedi, not the Last Jedi, but the Jedi?
3 or
know?
more, and you are not the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, we still can't. I mean, we know it'll be Luke and Rey, but it's still gonna be more.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, what happened to all those? Because they did say in Force Awakens that Luke was training a new generation, right?
Right. The idea is that Kylo Ren
So-
slaughtered them all. I slaughtered them like animals. Is probably what he said.
Oh yeah, definitely. All of them.
Oh my gosh, dude, this Beauty and the Beast movie,
Oh.
even if the movie isn't good, like we're getting some good Emma Watson photo shoots out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you on Instagram right now?
I
What's
just pulled
happening?
it up. I just pulled it
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Isn't it funny how Blockbusted used to be like a kind of well structured show? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember those days?
The thing is, this is our second take because we had some mic screw up last time.
Yeah.
And so this is our second take, and we literally have no topic for today.
Yeah.
So we're just
Whoa.
like, you know what? Let's just pop the mic down. Let's just see what happens. And
Let's just see what happens.
this is what happened.
I don't know. Like maybe I'll leave in fact, you know what? I'm going to do it. Twitter.com, right? I'm going to leave a poll. I'm going to say, do you prefer
Houston does not know how to spell. That's
Blockbusted.
idiotic homeschooler.
when it's ... Now I'm going to put a little poll thing.
Oh,
Off
fancy,
the
fancy.
handle, mate! Exclamation point.
Oh, don't use mate.
Oh, I shouldn't?
No.
Structured and
Organized.
formal? But it's not really
Organized.
formal. Like structured
Organized.
and what?
Organized.
Oh yeah, organized. Yeah.
Structured and organized.
Okay. And then should I just put a third option for fun? I'll put
Just stop doing it.
yeah, just stop.
Just stop. None of it. But then what if they do? Vote
Yeah.
on that.
Oh man. Okay, I'm
no.
tweeting that. Maybe we'll get some votes by the end of this episode. Who's to
Yeah.
say? And then we can decide for the next episode. Oh, dude, guess what? There's even more news. Okay, it's just coming at us. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever heard. Okay, guess what? You know Jon
Yeah.
Favreau. He's doing the Lion King live action reboot, right?
Jon Favreau. Is he?
He's the Iron Man and Jungle Book director.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
So he just tweeted, "I just can't wait to be king." #Simba, with a picture of Donald Glover.
What?
Donald Glover is gonna be Simba.
Boy.
Dude,
Oh, nice.
that
That's
is
good.
kick butt. And you know, like they
Donald
had to do that
Glover,
because,
man.
like, if they cast a white person in an African lion's role, again,
Yeah.
people might be mad. But dude,
Yeah,
that's
I
really
don't-
cool. That's pretty good.
I haven't heard his voice in a whole lot.
That's true.
Except the Martian.
Except the Martian.
So I guess I'd have to go listen to him some more.
Yeah, I wonder if he can sing.
But
Oh, he can sing. He's a rapper or whatever.
He is. Yeah, he's a rapper. Maybe we'll get some Simba raps.
Oh,
you know?
dude, that would be so kick butt. Oh,
That'd be pretty
wow.
cool.
That might be awesome. I mean,
So
it might be
is this
horrible. It might be awesome.
This is gonna be like a Jungle Book, right? With CGI animals. Okay. Yeah,
So
that'd
it's
be cool.
the quote unquote live action
Yeah,
Lion
exactly.
King, but there are no real humans in the Lion King, so
Yeah.
it's technically the CGI Lion King.
Uh-huh.
You know?
That's real good.
Yeah. What do you think of this Disney live action library they're kind of building?
You know, I mean, I like it. You know, it's fun to see these stories that most of us have grown up with,
Right.
kind of come to life in a new form. You know,
I think the best one so far has been Cinderella. You probably agree.
I'm just waiting for that Cars one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You probably agree that
Yeah.
the best one's Cinderella. Yeah. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I feel like that one
Cinderella
did a
best.
really good job of taking the same story, the simple
Yeah.
story,
but twisting it a little bit. You know?
and adding a little more depth to some of the characters, like the prince. We get a
Yeah.
bit more of him, you know.
Definitely.
Beauty and the Beast, I'm nervous about. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
good, but I'm just nervous because
I don't really,
know.
you know, that's one of the things I like is they twisted it just a little bit, you know, in Cinderella.
Yeah.
You know, Jungle Book was fine. I don't remember the original Jungle Book a whole lot, so I can't really compare that. But like Cinderella, they twisted it ever so slightly that it made it just really good, you know, and it was such a good twist. But this kind of Beauty and the Beast kind of just looks exactly the same thing.
yeah,
You know, which I'm kind of like, you know, I mean, I guess it'll do fine, but me personally, I kind of want to see them take some risk and go a little bit different route, you know?
Well, me personally, I liked the film. Me personally, Red Letter Media reference, baby.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see.
you're kind of torn between this dynamic of like, do we want to just remake the same movie in live action, or do we
Yeah.
want to like spice it up completely?
that has
like
some
Maleficent
advantages
like
to it.
spices it up completely,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But then Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast seem to be like Jungle Book kind of added the element of like he makes inventions and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's like he can, you know, it gave a little more context to the character of Mowgli. And also they've said they're doing that with Belle in this a bit. In fact, they said she's making inventions as well. She's an inventor or something. So
Next we got Simba making some inventions. Watch out, guys.
I watched this thing that was an interview with Emma Watson, and she was like,
Of course you did.
yeah, of course I did. She was like, this version of Belle, she's more of an inventor type, and she actually invents one of the first prototypes for the washing machine, so that she can read while the clothes are being done. And I'm like, that sounds dumb.
That's real dumb.
Yeah.
Okay then. This
But-
movie's gonna be crap. I can already tell. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think they know what they're doing. I mean,
I think
I
so.
don't. Yeah, so I think it'll be fine. But
I mean,
I like
Maleficent
this
was
whole.
no good, but hey,
Yeah, good point.
Cinderella
But
was.
I like this whole trend they got going. You know?
Right.
I think it's a cool way of bringing back old films.
Cool way,
No.
dude. Yeah.
Especially with like the technology today, you can totally do CGI. Like
Right.
The Lion King and Jungle Book, you can totally do that because it's just we're there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's insane. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? Oh my gosh, dude. Just like, I'm telling you, this news just keeps coming in. It said, I literally just said this 10 minutes ago. Will Logan don the yellow and blue costume,
Yeah.
spandex costume, right? That was my exact quote.
Yeah.
Comicmovie.com headline just 5 minutes ago posted, does Hugh Jackman finally don the classic yellow costume in Logan? Question mark. Dude,
Hey?
I'm a seer. I've got the prophetic skills, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What did they say? Did they say?
Ooh.
No.
We'll
Are
see.
they saying?
The article says spoilers, so
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know,
I'll read them.
But I'm reading.
I'll read them.
Blah 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 blah. What do you think?
Are you reading the spoilers?
I'm assuming no one cares about this, but I'll just say it. It says that no, it does not happen. So
Oh no.
that's not really a surprise, is it?
I mean that's no. I mean that's fine with me. I mean it really doesn't fit a whole lot into the film.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely would have fit much better in Days of Future Past. You know, or
that
X2,
would've been good.
You know,
Yeah.
would have been real cool to see that, but Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm not super attached to that suit, so.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Well, we've got this Avengers Infinity War thing to talk about. That's
we've talked about that
we did
so
last week, didn't we?
much.
See, I guess we haven't made ourselves clear. Last week we tried to do an episode, but then Drew's audio was completely corrupted, as usual? Question mark. This is becoming like the majority of our episodes now.
Oh,
You know, it used to be like we had the one deleted timeline episode where we were like, our time travel episode, classic. It was deleted and we'll never get it back or whatever. But now, like, it's every other week.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
The time travel one, it worked well, because then we redid it.
Right.
And, the whole time travel aspect,
right.
Cool. But then it's just gotten insane. So
we're saving up for a new mic for Drew, just to let y'all know. Should be good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully you won't have you'll not only we have a super crisp Houston voice, you also have a super crisp Drew voice,
Should we be
It'll
trying
real
to
good.
rein this back in and try to get it more structured?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're already 40
We'll have to
minutes.
wait for the Twitter votes and let them tell us, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
So.
Did you hear about the Cloak and Dagger thing? Cloak and Dagger TV series? I don't think we've talked about that.
And you I'm Cloak and I'm Dagger, and you're watching Disney Channel or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that was the original rumor. The rumor was that Debbie Ryan from Disney Channel is playing, which is the girl, Cloak or Dagger? I don't know. I think the girl's Dagger. Yeah, because the guy wears a cloak.
Yeah.
But now the casting has been officially announced, and Marvel is doing a Cloak and Dagger show officially.
Really?
And Cloak is being played by Olivia Holt, and Dagger is being played by Olivia Holt, and Aubrey Joseph is playing Cloak. So that's interesting.
What are they in?
Have you ever seen Olivia Holt?
What's she in? I don't know.
She's also on Disney Channel, oddly.
Oh, here we go.
So my joke still holds up, but
okay, very nice.
She's very attractive. That's all I'll say.
What's her name?
I don't know if she can act. Olivia Holt. She was on one of those dancing shows or something on Disney Channel, something dumb, But who's to say? Maybe she's an Academy Award worthy actress.
All right, who's playing Cloak?
Aubrey Joseph.
Joseph, there we go.
Yeah, we have 0 votes on our poll so far. Wow.
I don't know any of these, either of these.
You've never seen Olivia Holt?
No.
You just Googled her?
Yeah.
Well, pretty attractive, right?
Yeah, definitely. Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cloak and Dagger, that'll be interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
You say it's going to be a TV series?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be Netflix or TV, and I'm actually not even sure if it's Fox Marvel or Marvel Studios. I think it's Marvel Studios.
Okay.
Especially judging by the fact that they're casting someone from
really
Disney Channel.
Young.
Yeah.
They both look really young.
Yeah.
Both of the cast, so that's... Yeah, it's weird. I always imagine Cloak and Dagger being older chaps, ravaging the city.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
What time are we at here?
40 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Which I guess is 30 because you went on that whole rant trying to find that website.
Oh yeah, we will edit that part out. Yeah,
but we did promise the viewers to keep it at a minimum,
Oh yeah, we did last week, didn't we? Although that was the deleted timeline episode.
So that doesn't exist.
Doesn't count anymore.
I can get out of it now.
Yeah, all these obscure references to things we never said now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we should just bring up real quick before we wrap up, the Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Teaser.
We got a little
thing.
behind featurette.
Right.
I guess it's called, right?
Yeah.
Some concept art, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We got to see Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Pratt on the same set.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, Guardians and Avengers clashing it out.
Somebody on Twitter has decoded that the place that they're standing, the set piece, is it's the set piece from Age of Ultron where Tony sees all the Avengers dead in space or whatever. Right?
Oh, no.
It's that place.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
that's cool.
Hey, why didn't we see the Guardians of the Galaxy in that vision, right? I guess because Tony Stark wouldn't
Maybe
know
they were
them.
hiding behind Hulk's dead body.
Yeah.
Dead body.
Hey, I remember when I saw that scene in theaters, and I thought Hulk's dead body looked like a giant baby or something. It was oddly like the shape of the silhouette just
with
looked
spears
odd.
sticking out of it.
Right. Yeah. No,
That was
yeah.
good.
I just yeah, it was odd. I don't know. But anyway, so Infinity War, the interesting thing to note is that the Russos do talk about it in that featurette as being 2 parts.
Yeah.
But we still don't think the second part is called Infinity War.
We don't know if it's going to be
Part 2?
a part 1 and
Right.
part 2 label.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I think it'll be cool if they don't do it like that. But
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
So maybe it's Avengers Infinity War and then Avengers The Last
War
Stand.
for Infinity.
Yeah. You made that joke in the last
I
time
think
on it.
my theory in the last episode was the first part you have all the main Avengers die. Right?
Yeah.
And then the second part, well, after the first part you have Thanos kind of take over.
Right.
But then you have you have like Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, you have these new guys coming together and they defeat Thanos, setting up a new Avengers. But I don't really know if you want to, like, how long are they going to keep dragging out this Marvel universe,
Right.
It's a huge question, is it going to stop after Infinity War, So
I think it's going to be like a
interesting
new age of it that will happen after Infinity War. So a new kind of, maybe not reboot, but
like
kind
that.
of restart, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do think that's interesting. I don't know what the movies in between are going to be. So like if the battle dies down and then we have like Captain Marvel and the other movies in between them, I don't know. But I also am wondering when the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to show up and how, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether we're going to see like them coming to Earth and the Avengers are like, hey, who are you or something, or whether we see them in the beginning of the movie and they're in space or something and then they come to Earth and then our heroes meet or something.
They're up in the Milano craving some McDonald's.
Right.
And they're like, hey, let's just go chill on Earth for a little bit,
Secondary idea, what if they come to Earth at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and they just hide there until Infinity War? Yeah?
Maybe a little end of the credits scene?
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I would guess that Volume 2, it's got to have some setup for Infinity War. Like, they said Thanos isn't going to be in it, and there's no Infinity Stone this time. But, which I guess those are both good things. But,
definitely.
Like, you would think that they've got to segue into Infinity War at least a little bit somehow. So maybe,
they're
they're
either going to, definitely to set up the Guardians, because it will be a bit awkward if you just have them pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Although
it'd be pretty hard for the Guardians to blend in on Earth until the Infinity War rolls around, because one's a raccoon and one's a tree monster. So, But I guess when you live in New York in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that starts to become the norm.
Kind of norm. Yeah. I guess you could do like a... Maybe they don't even have to hide out, Maybe they come and chill out at the Avengers base. Or maybe Tony Stark recruits them, whatever,
Maybe that's the end. Maybe it's an end credit scene. They get a comms connection with Stark or something, right? Like they Skype him, over the
or maybe
space comms.
Yeah, maybe I don't really know if any of the Avengers here on Earth even know of the Guardians.
Right.
So I'm wondering if maybe they wait till Thor Ragnarok to bring the Guardians in.
That's true.
That could be very plausible that Thor, maybe, he had that little tangent in Age of Ultron. Yeah, where he went off. So maybe he figured out about them there, And, I mean, he's Thor, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to know about all this stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if he knows about these Guardians.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like, we need some help. He gets the Guardians, maybe have a setup in Thor Ragnarok.
Imagine if the end of Thor Ragnarok features the Guardians, Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Thor all fighting Hela or something. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be amazing. So good. Doctor Strange is going to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh man, I totally forgot all that.
Right. It's interesting. I'm curious to see how that movie's going to mesh, because well, for one thing, you could be right. I haven't even thought about that, because for one thing, Thor Ragnarok is the movie immediately preceding Infinity War, actually.
Yeah.
Because we get Guardians Volume 2, then Spider-Man, then Thor, and then that's Thor is November of this year, and then in May of next year, it's Infinity War. So, yeah. Obviously, the end credit scene of that is going to set up Infinity War somehow. But, you could be right. Like, it could theoretically, like, very easily, very strongly segue into it, you know? Like, maybe it ends on a cliffhanger. Who's to say?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't even thought about that.
To see.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Thor.
Right.
You telling me he ain't going to know about the Guardians, you know?
Right, yeah.
Him seeing everything, so.
Well, and this does look to be... It looks like it's going to have some more space stuff in it, you know?
Yeah, it looks very much more multiverse, you
right,
know?
yeah.
Like
so,
it's gonna, World War Hulk, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
know?
Did you see that concept art that came out this week also on the Doctor Strange DVD or something that had it on the bonus features? It was like concept art of Black Panther. There was some of like the city of Wakanda or whatever.
Oh, yes,
and then there was also
the
concept art of Thor and Hulk fighting in an arena. It was so cool.
Oh, I think I saw that. Oh, yeah. So much hype, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It could be good. I'm thinking it'll be good. Like
could.
Taika
I'm
Waititi
hoping.
is a great director. TT?
You're so clever.
But yeah. Hey, Hitchcock, speaking of directors, another piece of news has just broken while we've been doing this episode. We're just so lucky today, right?
Yeah, we are.
So remember last week we talked about Matt Reeves and how he was in talks to do the Batman movie. So now that episode was deleted, so we didn't talk about that last week. It didn't happen. But wait, does that mean that the only thing that's real is what we say on this podcast? But no, so Matt Reeves is the director of Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and he was in talks to direct Ben Affleck's Batman movie last week. As of today, he has left the project.
I don't blame him. I mean, honestly.
I want to know what is going on in DC's headquarters.
I want to, like Matt Reeves, please tell me why you left. You know? I mean, give us a little info.
I think they sat him down at a table, right? And they were like, Mr. Reeves, we're so glad to have you on board. And he was like, oh, good. I'm an not esteemed, but I'm a good director. I've made good movies. And so I'm looking forward to working with you. So where's the script? And they're like, we were hoping you could tell us. And he's
we're
like,
hoping you had one up your pocket, you know.
And he's like, what? And they're like, well, directors are supposed to make things good. So like, where's the script? And he's like, what?
How have you made all these past movies? We
and
didn't
then he
have
just
a
walks
script
out.
to make them.
Yeah. There's a funny sketch in there somewhere. I'm trying to think. Like you could totally do an SNL sketch about DC's headquarters, and they're just interviewing directors one by one. What you do is the sketch is like they sit the director down, and there's like a paparazzi outside, and he takes a photo, and then you like cut to all the comic book geeks, and it breaks on the internet and stuff. They're like, this guy's directing it, and then they kick that guy out, and they do the next guy, and it could be like a funny like job interview sketch. That could be great. I'm gonna work for SNL just so that I can do that sketch in 10 years.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be real good.
Once the DCEU has finally crashed and burned.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Dude, I want this Batman movie to be good, in all seriousness.
I really do.
But, oh, God. Like, DC just... You ruin everything, don't you? You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, we got one vote on the poll thing.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Who voted?
One vote off the handle, mate.
Oh,
right. Dude.
Interesting.
So I guess we need to go more off the handle, or maybe amplify what we're doing now.
I guess so. I don't know. This is pretty off the handle to me.
It is. So. It's pretty off the handle, that's for sure. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, man. I'm just scared that, like, in 20 years, I'm going to look back on this podcast, and I'm going to go,
What were we
thinking, right? Like,
we were,
like, in a way, like, that is my deepest fear, pretty much, out of, like, everything, is that I will do something thinking I'm being smart.
Yeah.
In, like, you know, now, and then in 20 years, I'll think back and go, oh, man, I was so dumb.
Oh, my gosh,
so
I was
whenever
such an idiot.
I kind of make any choice in life at all, I try to think, yeah, in 20 years, I'll probably think I'm dumb for doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that at least when I look back, I'll go, well, I knew it was dumb, right?
Yeah.
And then I won't think I'm as much of an idiot.
Yeah.
So
good.
yeah. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
Hitchcock. Should we wrap this up? Yeah.
Yeah. Should we finish with the pick of the week, maybe?
Oh yeah. Do you have a pick of the week?
The only thing organized.
Oh
About
yeah,
that?
the only organized thing about this.
Yeah. Well, I have sort of two.
Mm-hmm.
One is a friend at school of mine. He's been begging me to watch A Knight's Tale, which is like one of those goofy medieval time films, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's got Heath Ledger and Paul Bettany, two of the main guys in it. And so I gave it a watch, and it was pretty funny, if I do say so myself. I was a fan of it, so yeah, I watched that. But then the second, Knight's Tale is very much kind of like that a Monty Python, or in the Holy Grail, right? It's got that medieval times and just real goofy, like, so.
Yeah.
It was a fun watch. But the second thing isn't even a movie or a TV show. It's going off the rails. Okay?
Oh.
I started listening to the podcast Serial.
Which I told you about. Yeah.
You told me about.
Yeah.
I think you've referenced it several times. But, boy, it's pretty great, I'm talking about a murder that happened in 1999 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was hooked, man. First episode,
Yeah.
I mean, oof.
It was one of
I'm
the
still listening to it now.
one of like the biggest podcasts of all time. It was like number one for many months. In fact, probably a year. And still is huge. Season 2 wasn't as good. They did a different case about a soldier, and it was kind of meh. But man, that first season is just phenomenal.
I'm 3 episodes into it, and it's messing with my brain. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So I'm a fan. Definitely give it a watch.
I realized since we didn't. Oh wow, Matt Reeves is trending on Twitter top. Wow.
Oh no.
I realized that since we didn't, the episode got deleted pretty much, since it's a deleted timeline episode now. Maybe there's like an alternate dimension where all the deleted timeline episodes go, right?
Yeah.
That were never edited and never done.
Oh jeez.
But I realized that I haven't even mentioned the Lego Batman movie. On air, if you will. And I'm running out of steam here, so I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah, give us your
But I'll give you a quick overview. I thought it was great. I thought it was funnier than the Lego movie. I don't think it's as well paced or as well written, but I do think it's funnier and more clever, and really plays up some of the Lego stuff really well. And I've done 2 videos on it, one of which. Oh man, we did that whole hate mail segment last week. It was fun.
Dang it! I get the We'll have to do that later.
Yeah, but anyway, I did one. I did a serious review basically. It's called. I did a film workshop review, and then the other review was a reasons the Lego Batman movie sucks video. But it's basically a totally sarcastic video. Like 100%. It's total satire.
Very obvious
didn't get it
that
in
it's
the comments.
sarcastic.
Yeah, I thought it was blatantly satire. But many of the comments did not get it, so I'm like, oh wow,
having some fun with that.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, where can people find us on the social media, Hitchcock?
I'm at Hitchcock_007.
You are, aren't you? The new
I
handle.
do not know if I mentioned that I changed that. I know I did in the last one that got deleted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I switched it up. So
yeah.
Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I think I'm still at nerd_stream7 on Letterboxd.
I'm at Blockbusted Pod on Twitter and at
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
At Houston Production 1s on Instagram.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm at Blockbusted Pod on Twitter and at Houston Productions 1 on Instagram. Also, if you want to contact us, just tweet at us. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'm omitting the bit about emailing us now. I'm just gonna say tweet at us. That's the
Blockbusted is also sponsored by Audible.
Yeah.
Go to Audible. I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna skip it right now. But okay.
Yeah, good stuff. Alrighty.
Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Should we?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we just got a vote for off the handle mate quote, which was the segment category, but should we try to like rein it in a little bit next week? Should we try to have a topic and actually talk about it?
Houston's having second thoughts about all this. He's like, I don't know. This morning.
I don't know if this is just an incoherent mess of crap that only only we will understand, right? But like, at the same time, maybe people like to hear people just talk like friends, right? Like, maybe it's better to just talk and not try to make it a form or something.
Maybe we just talk instead of trying to talk. You know?
I don't know.
We'll see. See how it all goes.
Anyway, we will see you in the next episode, guys. See you later.
We will. Boy.
Bye. Bye.